Okay, Assalamualaikum Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Priscilia Agustin. I'm a student at University of Bengkulu. My major is English Education, class 6B, NPM A1 B01 704040. Okay, here I want to tell you about my research proposal. Okay, the title is The Implementation of Cooperative Learning in Improving Speaking Skills. Okay, next, go to the chapter 1, Introduction. Okay, first is background of the study. English as the most popular and widely spread international language has been a central asset in the global communication, business, knowledge, technology, and culture. The objective of the English teaching learning process is to enable students to use English to communicate in both oral and written form. English examination of senior high school usually only cover writing and reading skills. Students rarely get oral examination in the English teaching and learning process. Therefore, students do not have any reinforcement to learn to speak English seriously. As a result, the oral communication of the student in senior high school is very low. The effective solution tries to be found to improve the students' speaking skills through cooperative learning. Since the students often work individually, the researchers divided to use cooperative learning so that they could enjoy working in groups in order to maximize their learning experience and thus increase their speaking ability. Next, statement of the problem. Learning a language, especially in speaking skill, cooperative learning is a factor that can influence the student achievement. Cooperative learning is not just activity on student grouping or giving them the group task. An activity becomes cooperative learning when the learning environment is oriented to provide a mutually supportive activity between each student to each other. In this activity, students grow together in giving meaning to the contextual phenomena. Cooperative learning model is one learning model that promotes learning to know, learning to do, learning to be, and learning to live together. Okay, next is the research question. I have one research question as how to improve student speaking skill by using cooperative learning, and the objective is to find out whether the cooperative learning can improve the student speaking skills. Next is the significance of the study. Significance of the study, I divided consists of theoretical and practical. Theoretical, this research provides beneficial and referential contribution in giving general knowledge of the way to improve the student communication skills. And practically, the result of the research is beneficial to the following parties. For the researchers, the research can give a practice in developing her knowledge and skill in problem-solving process. For the English teacher, the research can be used as a source of information about ways to improve the student communication skills. And for other researchers, the research can give general knowledge of how to improve student communication skill and as the foundation for the next research. Okay, next is the limitation of the research. The application of cooperative learning models in this study have limitation with an student majoring in IPA 1 and IPA 2, 10th grade of Senior High School number 10 Bengkulu City. Next, definition of key term consists of cooperative learning, implementation, and communication skill. Cooperative learning is an educational approach which aims to organize classroom activities into academic and social learning experience. The second is implementation, is the realization of application or execution of a planned idea. And the last is communication skills. Communication skills are abilities you use when giving and receiving different kinds of information. Okay, next, go on to the chapter 2 is the literature review. Theoretical framework, the nature of speaking. Clark, 1977, said that in speaking, people put ideas into words, talking about perception, feeling, and intention. Cameron, 2001, said that speaking is the active use of language to express meaning so that other people can understand it. Okay? In teacher speaking, there are some aspects which need to be considered by the teacher. Brown, 2001, proposes 4 aspects of speaking skill. The first is fluency, accuracy, pronunciation, and vocabulary. And the next is speaking should be taught in interactive and communicative activity. Harmer proposed 6 classroom speaking activities. They are acting from script, communication games, discussion, prepared talks, questionnaire, simulation, and role play. Okay, next is cooperative learning. Cooperative learning is the instructional use of small groups so that students work together to maximize their own and each other learning. Many principles have been proposed for cooperative learning. Below are some principles of cooperative learning proposed by different experts. The first is heterogeneous grouping, collaborative skills, group autonomy, simultaneous interaction, equal participation, individual accountability, positive interdependence, cooperative as a value, and reward. Okay. Next is previous research. Okay, I have 3 previous research. Yes, from Rais 9 to 2014, entitled Effective of Cooperative Learning in Changing Speaking Skills and Attitudes Towards Learning English. The second is Implementing Cooperative Learning Technique in Teaching Speaking Skills by Benfata Fatma Zohra 2011. And the last is Enhancing Students' Oral Proficiency Through Cooperative Group Work by Bausidia Soraya 2010. Okay, my research will be conducted about the implementation of cooperative learning in improving speaking skills. I will improve the quality of the implementation of the learning process. This study wanted to see the application of cooperative learning models in 10th grade of Senior High School number 10 Bengkulu City in processing the information obtained and want to see how their skills in communication in the application of this cooperative learning model. Okay, Next is Chapter 3, Methodology. First is Research Design. Research Design. In this research, the writer will to collect, process, analyze the data to get conclusion of the research. This research is called quantitative method because it will use number or statistic. In this research, pre-experimental design will one group pre-test and post-test. Design will be used. Pre-test is the test which given to the student before the treatment. The post-test is given to the student after the treatment to find out the student achievement. Next is the population and sample of the research. Population is the area in which you are trying to get information from. Okay, so the population, my research is the student of senior high school number 10 Bengkulu City, and the sample of this research is the student majoring in 10 in 10 IPA 1 and 10 IPA 2 of senior high school number 10 Bengkulu City. They consist of 60 students. Next is the instrument of the research. The data will be collected through a test. The test will be in form of written and spoken test. There are pre-test and post-test. The test is arranged according to the material given. Okay. Next is the research procedure. There are some steps the researcher to do in conducting this research. First is the research make the research plan. The research step the subject research. The research choose the instrument of the research. The instrument in my research is task, and then the research take the data by giving an instrument to the subject, and the last is data. Researchers analyze the data by using formula. Okay. Next is procedure of collecting data. The writer gives the students the pre-test and post-test used to test the two groups of students. Pre-test and post-test are the same in form as well as its contents, but the time and aim are different. Okay? The writer gives the student pre-test and post-test used to test the two groups of students. Firstly, both the experiment class and control class were given the pre-test before the lesson is begun to know the student knowledge of the material that will be taught. Secondly, both the experiment class and control class were given the same material but with the different technique of presentation. The experiment class was given the cooperative learning technique, and the control class without cooperative learning. The last step in experiment is giving the post-test the two classes, class A and class B. Post-test giving after the lesson is finished to know student taught. Okay. The last is data analysis. The students' performance tests were scored by giving the speaking rubric proposed by Dick, Gall, and Brook 2003 with some modification. The result of the student performance was analyzed by using Excel program to find out the mean and standard deviation of the student speaking performance. The student performance tests were scored by using the speaking rubric proposed by Dick, Gall, and Brook. Okay. Then the researchers determine whether there is an improvement on the students' speaking skill are not based on the mean and standard deviation of the test. Okay, I think that's all about my research proposal. If you have any comment or if you have any question, you can comment. I think that's all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.